Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Two group disconnections. Two group disconnections by considering 1,2 difunctionalized compound. This lecture is the extension of our previous lecture, that is lecture number 16. Dear students, I am Dr. Riaz Hussain. This is our lecture number 17 from the course Organic Synthesis. Key concepts. Following topics will be covered in this lecture. First of all, we will present the list of 1,2 difunctionalized compound, which are the compounds which contain two functional group, and the relationship between these two functional group is 1,2 relationship. After this, we will discuss conversion of acetylene into carbonyl compounds. In the previous lecture, we have discussed this in very detail, and we have also discussed the mechanism by which acetylene are converted to carbonyl compounds, and that is called simply hydration of acetylene. And hydration of acetylene follows the Markovnikov's rule. After this, we will discuss dithiones or thioacetals of aldehyde. We know that acetals are formed by the reaction of alcohol with the aldehyde. When the two molecules of alcohols react with one molecule of aldehyde, then acetals are formed. And similarly, when thioalcohol react with aldehyde, then the product formed is thioacetals. After this, we will discuss dithiones as acyl anion equivalents. As you know, we are discussing the disconnection and synthesis of 1,2 difunctionalized compound. When a bond is disconnected in 1,2 difunctionalized compound, then we got two fragments. One fragment is of unnatural polarity, that is acyl anion. So the acyl anion does not exist and obtained through functional group interconversion. In the previous lecture, we have seen that cyanides are the source of acyl anion equivalents, as well as we saw that acetylenic species are also the source of acyl anion equivalents if acyl anion equivalents contain two carbons. If acyl anion equivalents contain one carbon, then the source of such acyl anion is cyanidine. After this, we will discuss alkenes as a source of 1,2 difunctionalized compound. After this, we will discuss benzoin condensation. List of 1,2 difunctionalized compound. This slide shows the compounds which contain two functional group, and the relationship between two functional group is 1,2 relationship. This is oxalic acid, that is 1,2 dicarboxylic acid. Glyoxal, compound number 17. Glyoxalic acid, compound number 18. It also have 1,2 relationship. Glycolic acid, pyruvic acid, lactic acid, that is the alpha hydroxycarboxylic acid. Pyruvic acid is alpha carbonyl carboxylic acid. Amino acids, 83, that is the alpha amino carboxylic acid. It's a 1,2 dione, that is a butane dione. It's a chloroacetyl chloride. It's a chlorocarbonyl compound. That's 1-2 relationship. It's a 1-2 difunctionalized compound. It's a benzoin alpha hydroxy carbonyl compound. Benzil 1,2 dicarbonyl compound. This is 1,2 diol alpha hydroxyamine, that is ethanolamine, and it is ethylene diamine 1,2 diamine. These are the compounds which contain 1,2 difunctionalized functional group. Disconnection of fragment 16 through acetylene pathway. This is fragment 16. When this fragment is subjected to functional group interconversion, then it gives us symmetrical dimethoxyacetylene, that is compound number 17. What happened in this functional group interconversion? The two carbon, one is the carbonyl carbon and the adjacent CH2 carbon, is converted to C triple bond C. In the previous lecture we have discussed the mechanism of hydration of acetylene, and we have seen in that lecture that one of the acetylene carbon is converted to the carbonyl carbon during hydration, and the other acetylene carbon was converted to the CH2 or the CH3 carbon. And here it's not the CH3, it's a CH2. So when this dimethoxycarbonyl compound fragment 16, compound number 16, is subjected to functional group interconversion, then we have the fragment 17. Actually the carbonyl carbon and the adjacent CH2 carbon is converted to C triple bond C, and the disconnection of the ether linkage, the OMe linkage, then compound number 17 is converted to the symmetrical diol, that is compound number 18. Formation of diol. Acetylenic species are acidic in nature. The terminal carbon which have the hydrogen can be deprotonated and converted to anion. This anion, upon reaction with formaldehyde, gives us diol. So the compound number 18 can be formed by the reaction of acetylene with butyl lithium and formaldehyde CH2. Two molecules of formaldehyde upon reaction with acetylene gives us compound number 18, that is symmetrical diol. This symmetrical diol, upon alkylation with NeO twice SO2 in the presence of NaOH, gives compound number 17, and this compound number 17 upon hydration in the presence of HgO and H2SO4 gives us compound number 16. During this hydration, one of the acetylene carbon is converted to the carbonyl carbon, and the adjacent acetylene carbon is converted to the CH2 carbon. Here the alkyne is symmetrical, so no need to differentiate that which carbon of the acetylenic species is converted to the carbonyl carbon. It means Marconi-Cope's rule is not followed, we can say, because the acetylene both his tellene carbon are the symmetrical. So we can say that no problem which of the carbon is converted to the carbonyl carbon during the hydration of acetylene. Cyanides as acyl anion equivalents. There are many other acyl anion equivalents that are dealt with in detail in strategy and control. An example of this general approach is synthesis and disconnection of phenaglycodone, compound number 19. This compound 19 is used in the treatment of mild epilepsy. It is 1,2-diol. This compound could be made in many ways, but disconnection of 2-methyl groups reveals an alpha hydroxy ester 20 that could be made by addition of cyanide to the ketone 21. This addition of cyanide is actually the acyl anion equivalent. See this one. This is 1,2-diol. It's a compound number 19. It's a phenaglycodone. Upon disconnecting the 2-methyl groups, we obtain compound number 20, that is ester, and the source of this is 1,2-alpha hydroxy carbonyl compound. Upon disconnecting the carbon-carbon bond, that is the alpha bond, we obtain this type of ketone, that is 21. In the next slide, we will see the synthesis of this compound. Synthesis of phenaglycodone. It's a chlorobenzene. Upon treatment with MeCOCl in the presence of AlCl3, we have compound number 21. This compound is obtained through Friedel-Crafts acylation. The first step is Friedel-Crafts acylation, and during this step compound number 21 is obtained, that is 4-chloroacetophenone. Compound number 21 is 4-chloroacetophenone. It is obtained through Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. The compound number 21 is treated with potassium cyanide in the presence of H2SO4. Then we obtain cyanohydrin. That cyanohydrin in the presence of acid is converted to the amide, that is compound number 23. This compound number 23 in the presence of sodium hydroxide and alcohol gives us compound number 20, that is ester, and ester upon reaction with two molecules of the Grignard reagent gives us 1,2-diol, that is compound number 19, and it is our target material. Mechanism of synthesis of phenaglycodone. We will discuss the mechanism of synthesis of phenaglycodone, which is a drug and used in the treatment of epilepsy. It's a 1,2-diol species. First step is the synthesis of 4-chloroacetophenone, which is synthesized through Friedel-Crafts acylation. After Friedel-Crafts acylation, 4-chloroacetophenone is treated with cyanide. Cyanide is a nucleophilic species, attacks at carbonyl carbon, and the bond present between carbon and oxygen move toward oxygen, and we have this type of anion. This anion, after accepting a proton, is converted to the cyanohydrin. Cyanohydrin, upon accepting a proton from the acid, gives us this type of species. This species, upon reacting with water, converted to the amide. What happened during this reaction? When this cationic species is produced, then the OH of the water attack at the carbon and the triple bond present between carbon and nitrogen moves toward the nitrogen. After rearrangement, this intermediate is converted to this amide. This amide, upon reacting with base in the presence of alcohol and acid, is converted to the ester. The amide group accept a proton, then converted to the NH3, leaves as NH3, and the OR group from the alcohol, alkoxy group, as a nucleophile attack at the carbonyl carbon of the amide and gives us ester. This ester, upon reaction with 2 molecules of 2 moles of Grignard reagent, gives us tertiary alcohol, which is 1,2-dihydroxy compound. Cyanides, upon reaction with acids, converted to amide. Amides, upon alcoholysis, are converted to ester, and ester, upon reaction with Grignard reagent, are converted to tertiary alcohol. Other acyl anion equivalents. Other acyl anion equivalents are dithianes. Dithianes are acyl anion equivalents. Up till now we have discussed cyanides and acetylenic anion as acyl anion equivalents, and now we are discussing dithianes are also used as acyl anion equivalents. What are dithianes? Dithianes are actually the thioacetals of aldehyde. Thioacetals are homologs of acetals. Upon reaction of alcohol with aldehyde, the acetals are formed. How the acetals are formed? When 2 molecules of alcohol react with 1 mole of aldehyde, then the resulting product is called acetal. And similarly, when 2 moles of thioalcohol react with 1 mole of aldehyde, then the resulting product is called thioacetals. The thioacetals is also called dithianes because the aldehydic carbonyl carbon is bonded with 2 sulfur atoms. Cyanides are the source of 1 carbon atom, and acetylene are the source of acyl anion which contain 2 carbon atoms. These are limited, while the other acyl anion equivalents are more versatile. Dithianes are thioacetals of aldehyde that can be protonated between the 2 sulfur atoms by using strong bases such as butyl lithium. The resulting anion react with second molecule of aldehyde and gives us compound number 27, that is hydroxythiane. When the compound number 27 is subjected to hydrolysis in the presence of catalyst copper 2 or mercury 2 compound, then it gives us compound number 4, that is alpha hydroxyketone. The disconnection is that shown on diagram 4, and the lithium derivative 26 act as acyl anion equivalent. See the compound number 24. Upon reaction with 1,3-dithiol, it's similar to 1,3-diol. The only oxygen of the diol is replaced with sulfur. The mechanism of reaction is the same like the reaction of 1,3-diol with the aldehyde. The sulfur bears the lone pair, act as Lewis base, and attack at carbonyl carbon, and the bond shift toward the oxygen. And similarly, removal of water gives us compound number 25. This compound number 25 is called thioacetals, or simply we can say dithioanes. When this compound number 25 is treated with base, that is butyl lithium, it's a strong base. This strong base abstracts the proton, that is aldehydic proton, and present between two sulfur atoms. Then it is converted to the 26. It's actually the acyl anion equivalents. It's compound number 26. The aldehydic carbon bears the negative charge because the proton attached with this carbon is abstracted by a base. This acyl anion equivalent upon reaction with one other molecule of the aldehyde gives us compound number 27. Here the 26 compound act as Lewis base and attack at carbonyl carbon of the aldehyde to afford compound number 27. This compound number 27 is subjected to hydrolysis. The process of hydrolysis is achieved in the presence of copper 2 catalyst or mercury 2 catalyst. The dithiol, the bond of the present between carbon and the two sulfur atom is broken down and the carbonyl group is recovered. The product is alpha hydroxy ketone. 1,3-dithiol was used as protecting group during this reaction, and it's a protecting group which is used for the protection of the aldehydic carbonyl carbon, and its deprotection is achieved in the presence of copper 2 catalyst or the mercury 2 catalyst. Thioacetals as acyl anion equivalents. Disconnection pattern of compound number 4. This is compound number 4. When a carbon-carbon bond is disconnected, then we have two synthons. One is compound 2 and the other one is the aldehyde. The compound 2 is acyl anion. This is the synthon of unnatural polarity, cannot be obtained directly. So it is obtained through functional group interconversion and it is converted to compound 26. This is acyl anion equivalent, and this acyl anion equivalent upon disconnection or functional group interconversion converted to compound 25, and this compound 25 is obtained from aldehyde. When the aldehyde react with 1,3-dithiol, then it gives us compound 25. This is the disconnection pattern of compound 4, and the disconnection of compound 4 is showing that other compounds which are dithioanes or thioacetals, these compounds can be used as acyl anion equivalent. Disconnection of keto acid. Compound number 30 is keto acid. It's a 1,2-dicarbonyl compound. It's a 1,2-difunctionalized compound. When Knight and Pattenden wanted to make a group of natural products from lichens, including vulpinic acid, which was used by Eskimos to poison wolves, they needed the keto acid 30 and could have used, say, cyanide for the synthon 29 on some acylating agent. But instead of using cyanide as a synthon, they chooses a dithiane as a acyl anion equivalent, that is synthon number 31 and carbon dioxide 32. See this one. This is compound number 30. When a carbon-carbon bond is disconnected, we have two pathways for the disconnection of the compound number 30. On the left side, when a carbon-carbon bond is disconnected, then we obtain fragment 29 and fragment 28. The fragment 29 is the fragment in which carbonyl carbon of the ester group is bearing a negative charge. So this is acyl anion. This is the anion of unnatural polarity. The source of this anion will be the cyanide ion. And the other fragment, that is fragment 28, it's a xanthan in which carbonyl carbon bearing a positive charge. It's a xanthan of natural polarity. So any leaving group, that is X or the ester group, can be attached with the carbonyl carbon to afford this fragment 28. And the alternate disconnection pathway, which is shown on the right side of the compound number 30, when a carbon-carbon bond is disconnected, it's a 1,2 dicarbonyl disconnection, then we obtain two fragments, that is fragment 31 and fragment 32. The fragment 31 is the fragment in which carbonyl carbon is bearing a negative charge. So this is acyl anion. This is the fragment of unnatural polarity. So the source of this anion will be the dithianes. And the other fragment is 32, which is in which carbonyl carbon of the ester group is bearing a positive charge. So the source of 32 xanthan is carbon dioxide. Synthesis of keto acid 30 by using dithianes as acyl anion equivalent. The dithiane 33 was made from the available aldehyde, acylated with carbon dioxide to give 34, and the dithiane hydrolyzed with copper 2 catalyst to give a alpha keto acid 30, all in excellent yield. Dithianes are easy to make, stable and easy to use, but the deep protection can be tricky. See this one. The aldehyde was treated with 1,3-dithiol and it gives us compound number 33. When it is treated with butyl lithium, then butyl lithium abstract the proton present between two sulfur atoms and convert it into the acyl anion, which upon reaction with carbon dioxide gives us carboxylic acid, compound number 34, and the yield of the product is 88%. Carboxylic acid upon reaction with methanol in the presence of H2SO4 gives us ester, and this compound, that's 35, it is obtained in 96% yield upon reaction with copper 2 chloride and copper 2 oxide in the presence of acetone, afford alpha keto acid, that is compound number 30. This compound number 30 is obtained in excellent yield. The yield of the product is 88%. Alkenes as a source of 1,2 difunctionalized compounds. Methods from alkenes. The source of 1,2 difunctionalized compound is the alkene. Alkene, seeing the diol 19. This is diol 19, which is shown at the end of this slide. It's alkene upon hydroxylation with osmium tetroxide or potassium permanganate afford diol product. You might first have thought of hydroxylation of an alkene, and if so, that was a good idea. Alkenes react with many electrophiles to give 1,2 difunctionalized compounds. So the 1,2 diol 43 at a more reduced oxidation level than we have considered so far would easily come from the alkene 44, when 43 upon disconnection, just subjecting through functional group interconversion, the source of this diol is alkene 44. The two carbon which bears the hydroxyl group, 1,2-dihydroxy compound, the two adjacent carbon, after removing the OH, just place a double bond between the two carbon atoms, and the carbon-carbon double bond is formed through Wittig reaction. So disconnecting the carbon-carbon double bond, the one fragment is the aldehyde, the other fragment, that is R2CH2, is the ylitt, phosphonium salt 46, and the 46 is obtained by the reaction of alkyl halide with phosphine, triphenyl phosphine. Wittig reaction, if our product is the diol, then removing the OH and just place the double bond between the two carbon atom which bears the OH group, and the source of olefinic double bond is the Wittig reaction. The reactants for the Wittig reaction is the aldehyde, I mean the carbonyl compound, and the phosphonium salt. The phosphonium salt are obtained by the reaction of alkyl halide with triphenyl phosphine. Phosphonium salt is converted to the phosphorus ylitt. Alkenes as a source of 1,2-difunctionalized compounds. Epoxides give rise to many 1,2-difunctionalized compounds such as 48 with control over stereochemistry. Epoxides, compound number 49, can be obtained from 44 when the alkene subjected to epoxidation, I mean treated with per acids, then it is converted to epoxide. Epoxide, upon reacting with nucleophiles, gives us 1,2-difunctionalized compound. If it is treated with amine, secondary amine, primary amine or tertiary amine, which act as a nucleophile, then they attack from the bottom side and the OH upstairs. The 1,2-difunctionalized compound obtained from 49 have anti-stereochemistry. Reactions of the epoxide 49 from 44 give the anti-stereochemistry in 48 in contrast to the syn stereochemistry in 43. In the previous slide, we have seen that hydroxylation of alkene gives 1,2-diol product which have syn stereochemistry. Other compounds made from alkene include 1,2-bromides and bromohydrin from reaction with bromine, alone or bromine and water. So alkenes upon reaction with various reagents gives variety of 1,2-difunctionalized compound. See, this is alpha hydroxy amino compound, compound 48. When it is subjected to disconnection, the source of this 48 is epoxide, and epoxide functional group interconversion gives 44. The source of 49 is the 44. When a carbon-carbon double bond is disconnected, then we can obtain a Wittig reagents. Many possible starting materials of alkene are available. So I will suggest you to prepare compound 48 and to write the mechanism to prepare 48 from possible starting material of the Wittig reagents. Start preparing 44 from the aldehyde and the phosphonium salt. Then you will prepare 44. After 44, treat 44 with per acids to obtain 49, and then treat the 49 with amine to afford 48. I will suggest you to write the mechanism of synthesis of 48. Benzoin condensation. Alpha hydroxyketone is a 1,2-difunctionalized compound. Is symmetrical. The disconnection of carbon-carbon bond, as we did with compound 4, then we have two synthons. One is the acyl anion and the other is the aldehyde, and the same synthons are obtained during the disconnection of compound 95. The 96th synthon is acyl anion and the 97th synthon is the aldehyde. So when the 97th synthon, if the R is phenyl and aldehyde do not have ionizable hydrogen, when such type of aldehyde is treated with sodium cyanide in the presence of ethanol, then it gives us benzene in 90% yield. Benzene compound number 98. The mechanism is shown on the next slide. This is compound number 19. Here we are discussing mechanism of benzene condensation. The cyanide ion act as a nucleophile attacking at carbonyl carbon, and this benzaldehyde do not possess ionizable hydrogen, I mean the alpha hydrogen. Then we have obtained compound 100. It's a oxyanion. This oxyanion upon rearrangement gives us compound number 101. Just the hydrogen shifts from over here to the oxygen atom, and we have this type of anion. The negative charge came back and the double bond attack at another molecule of the benzaldehyde. Then we have this type of oxyanion 102. When this negative charge came back, then cyanide leaves as a leaving group and we obtain compound number 19, that is alpha hydroxy ketone. Cyanide adds to the aldehyde 99 forming compound 100, which exchanges a proton to give a cyanide stabilized anion that adds 101 to a second molecule of benzaldehyde. Exchange of proton allows the release of cyanide from 102 so that it can be used again to catalyze another benzene condensation reaction. Thank you, dear students. Here is the assignment for you. Try to solve it by doing good effort.